Have you ever tried using kitchen scissors to open a block of cheese, only to struggle for about 30 seconds? You're starting to get frustrated. You've been opening and closing your hand for a long time now and nothing's happening. Why won't these scissors work? You end up resorting to biting into the block of cheese, only to be interrupted by someone walking into the kitchen thinking something's definitely wrong with you. Don't you know you're supposed to eat the cheese without the package? You have to explain that you weren't trying to eat the cheese with the wrapper. That would be silly. You just can't seem to get these scissors to work. You're holding everything completely right. You're doing everything as you've been taught, and for some reason you can never do anything right, and you can't seem to make new friends, and you're always bad at everything, and no one ever likes you, and then they walk over and cut it with ease. That's when you realize that no matter what you do, no matter how good you are, how hard you try, this world is not built for you. No? Then you're probably right-handed. You might think I'm over-exaggerating and that it's not that bad to be left-handed, and that I'm making this sound comparable to having an actual disability, and that's stupid, in which case you'd be 100% completely correct. But if you were left-handed, you would know. You think it's easy to be like us? I have a pretty long list of things that are designed to work perfectly well for righties like you and make our attempts look like a humiliation ritual. Kind of. Or at least slightly more awkward. Honestly, except for a few things that really do feel impossible to do as a lefty, that's all it is a little more inconvenient. But it's a little more inconvenient all of the time, every day, for half the things you do. And the more I've thought about it, the more my eyes have been opened to just how many things actually are designed to work perfectly well for right-handed people, that left-handed people have just had to train to be ambidextrous for over time. Sorry.
Huh?
Circle?
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't cut this freaking store out. Just let me. I can't cut it out. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I tried really hard. I can't cut it out. All I can freaking do is rip it out. I don't want to tell you. It's not my fault. Look, here. I'll do it with my right hand. It's better this way. No! I'm not right-handed!
This is gonna be hard for you to hear. You do have ADHD. You're probably gonna have dyslexia. Shaking people's hands will feel unnatural to you. People just generally won't like you and will feel uncomfortable in your presence. You're going to feel inferior at a lot of basic tasks your whole childhood because the person teaching them to you is probably right-handed. For that exact reason, you won't be able to crochet anything cool because you can't follow a pattern and you can't watch any tutorials to learn. You're prone to be schizophrenic.
Wait, what?
You have thin hair and it takes forever to grow.
That doesn't even have anything to do with being left-handed.
You're also prone to...
Apparently, I can't even read this, so...
You're also prone to identity theft.
What?
We regret to inform you that you are a victim of identity theft, and in connection to this, someone has identity stolen all of the money from your accounts with us. Hey guys, it's me, an unfortunate amount of months later, editing. Sorry about that. Let me make all of that make more sense. I don't think I've emphasized one of the most frustrating parts of being left-handed, which is writing. Since in English at least you're writing from the left side of the page to the right, you are actively pushing your hand through the ink that you just wrote down, so not only are you smearing any letters you wrote, you're also getting your hand all inky or pencil-y, and also you can't really see what you're writing because your hand is covering everything, and that is exactly why lefties are more likely to be victims of identity theft, because they can't get their signature to be the same every time because you can't see it, and so it's easier to make a fraudulent copy of a left-handed person's signature because their signature doesn't look like their own signature because it changes every time. Every time I have to write my signature on a government document, I practice it about 50 times before. Also, whenever somebody comes up to me for a signature, which happens a lot. Also, if you do want to be able to see what you're doing, you kind of have to like, imagine this is a desk, you kind of have to bend over and lean in a really weird way, so not only do you kind of look like a freak, you also get a sore back. So anyway, I hope that cleared things up. Sorry this video is so freaking weird, dude. It's really out there. I feel like it is really incoherent and doesn't make sense. If you don't like this video, neither do I. Please just hold out on me. So many things went wrong when I was making this.
I was literally gonna post it before I went to work today. I was gonna get on there, I was gonna finish the 3 things I had to edit in it, and then I was gonna post it, and then everything disappeared. What would be great is if it would all just start working again. So, yeah, no new video, guys, unfortunately.
I just have to post it because I don't have enough time to not post it. But to anyone sticking around, thank you. I owe you guys the world because, yeah, I've not really been keeping up. I do ask that you acknowledge that I don't like it and don't unsubscribe because of this video. Please. And if you like it, that's awesome. But if you don't, they're not all gonna be like this. Trust me, they're not all gonna be like this. I don't know what got into me when I was writing this all down, and I don't know what happened in between then and now, but I know it's not. I know it's weird. I know it's out there. Don't unsubscribe. Anyway, I hope that cleared things up a little bit. Back to it. Sorry. Okay, our time is up. How would you like to pay? I know we only make up 10% of the population, but does that really mean you gotta make everything right-handed? I walk through a door, right-handed. Open the fridge, right-handed. Open the microwave, right-handed. But those are only things on hinges. Say I'm hanging out with my friends, which I have, and I want to take a picture to cherish this moment. So I take my camera out, only to realize cameras are right-handed. I guess I will use my cell phone. Unfortunately, phones are right-handed too. Notice how it's slightly less natural looking to hold in my left hand? Yeah, that's right. It's a big difference. I know phones change and the buttons have moved throughout the years and this is only an Apple phone, blah, 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 whatever. And I know I have horrible screen time and I'm definitely addicted to my phone, so clearly I don't struggle that much with holding it, but these are real issues that I have to face. So I'm struggling here. I can't take the photo with my phone. I can't take the photo with my camera. And my friends start saying, Arwen, just take the picture. Just take the photo, you idiot. Take a picture, quick. Do it, you stupid lefty. Just take the photo. And I'm freaking out. I say, I can't do it. I can't take the photo. And I have to pull a knife on them. I don't want to do it, but I have to. I pull the knife out. I say, don't come any closer. I can't take the photo. You got me. I realize I have good friends and we work it out, but as I go to put the knife away, I realize something peculiar. It's right-handed, just like everything is. For a little while, my friend thinks I still want to attack them. Obviously, I don't. I'm just struggling to close this knife because it's right-handed. Now, I'm not entirely sure how right-handed people do this differently, but there is a way, and I think it works better for them. Because when I do it, I have to put my thumb in harm's way. In order to close the knife, you have to push the lock in. The lock here, it gets in the way, and if I don't do that, then I have to hold it in a very peculiar way, like that. And as a right-handed person, it's just different, dude. I don't even understand it. So yeah, right-handed knives. And don't even get me going about knives, bro. Freaking bread knife. Actually do get me started about bread knives. I did not make that clear enough. Basically, when you use a bread knife as a left-handed person, if you live with other people who are right-handed, you're gonna have to switch the loaf around because they've been cutting with their right hand, so it's all facing the wrong way. So you have to flip it around, and then, this is the real kicker, the serration is on the wrong side. I didn't even know until I was making this video that knives had a direction of serration, the actual ridges. It's different for right-handed people versus left-handed people, and so when you try to cut, it's not going to be as good, and you're going to hear a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of you can't cut straight in this video, and it's true. That's the part about being left-handed is everything. It's just you can't cut things normally, so you make weird looking bread slices, and I've gotten pretty good, but there are times where my toast is really just not really holding up. I'm sorry to keep doing disclaimers in this video. I just feel like it seems like I'm making up a lot of problems that don't actually exist, and I kind of am. I never even cared or noticed that closing knives was a struggle. Literally never noticed until I heard somebody else on a Reddit post doing research for this video. Somebody said it, and so I was like, yeah, I should include that in my video so I have more stuff to talk about. So maybe if you're left-handed, you relate to that. I don't. I literally don't even relate to what I'm spewing out, but the bread knife thing is true. Bread knives, the serration is on the wrong side, and I guess that goes for other serrated knives too. Specifically bread knives though, it's easier to tell that you're screwing up a loaf of bread than it is to tell that you're cutting your steak weird.
And don't ask me to peel potatoes for you, because it's just not gonna work out. In fact, don't ask me to help you in the kitchen at all, unless you've got a list of left-handed appliances ready to go. I'm talking bread knives, can openers, measuring cups, and a big fat stack of cash hiding for me, because I just got my identity stolen, and I'm a little low on money. And also, would you please leave my bedroom?
Formal dinners, am I right? First of all, you've got to shake hands with everyone. You obviously go in with your left hand because you're left-handed, but no, everyone else has their right hand extended. So unless you want to rub the back of their right hand with your left, you've got to switch it around and accommodate to the right-handed person. I can't tell whose glass is whose. Is that mine or is that lady's? Is that one mine or is it his? I don't know. So by the end of the night, I'm probably going to have used several different people's cups, spat in all of them. Nobody's going to like me for that. And to make matters worse, I keep bashing elbows with the lady next to me because she's holding her fork in her right hand and I'm holding mine in my left. It's all a mess, and by the end of the night, I have 3 cups in front of me, and I don't know whose is whose, but I've spat in all of them. Gosh, that was gross. Now here's one of the upsides of being left-handed. Apparently right-handed people have to switch to their left hand to cut, and their right hand to put it in their mouth. So they're tossing the fork back and forth the entire meal, whereas I, as a left-handed person, cut in my left hand and pick the food up in my left hand. And apparently that's a European way as well. Hey guys, thankfully I don't want to work in construction, and thank goodness that I don't, because if I did, chances are both my arms would be missing and maybe even a leg too. What? That's right, turns out a lot of power tools are extremely dangerous for left-handed users to operate because they were designed for, you guessed it, right-handed people. And that's why, basically, your limbs are on a wager for their life. Oh, I'm dropping laws like I'm writing a legislator. What was that? Beep, beep. Oh, just my pager. Where'd your dinner go? Oh, I just ate her. You're stinky because you're a hater. You suck. Bye-bye. See you later. And yes, I did, unfortunately, write that whole verse down. And if you liked it, this is, hit me up. Because I worked on that pretty hard. But no, for real, I really wanted to be a carpenter, but the tape measure is upside down when I try to use it, so I guess not. Also, whiteboards, chalkboards. You might as well give up on your dream of being a teacher if you're left-handed, because this is too detrimental. Picture this, you're a student in my class, and I turn to write on the whiteboard, and as I'm writing, you can't see anything because my body is blocking your view from the whiteboard. And the second I move, I've already smudged off half the words off the board, and I can't spell. Think of how bad that would be as an experience to have me as your teacher. Clearly, this job is not meant for left-handed people, and whose fault is that? Right-handed people, always. You basically just, this is undoable tasks. POV, you're left-handed and you can't do anything. Dong. I don't think this spans to too many things. Guys, it's not that we can't, it's that it's just a little more inconvenient. Let me look at the last page I have. Let me just say this.
But let me just say this.
All these things being made for right-handed people doesn't make it impossible for left-handed people, just a little more inconvenient. But honestly, we've also got some advantages. Have you ever heard how awesome left-handed people would be at beating you up if you're right-handed? I would demolish you, I'd kill you, bro. In a fist fight, you're dead, bro. And I've got this helmet on that makes me look like a carrot, so self-defense mechanism, fear. People don't like their vegetables, so probably you see me swinging at you and you get uncomfortable just at the mere sight of me, and you don't really clock out why.
It's not clocking to you.
Partially because I'm throwing you off with my throws, because yeah, I'm left-handed. Secondly, because you have an internalized fear of vegetables from media as a child growing up, depicting them as bad. Booyah, you're scared of me, I beat you in the fight, you're gone. Boom. Not only that, yeah, we excel at sports. Do I excel at sports? No. But some people do, that are left-handed. And I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it was disturbing. If you're left-handed, it's gonna get better, okay? Trust me. I think a lot of lefties don't even realize that certain things are right-handed because for the longest time you've just had to accommodate. But when you do realize, it's like a veil being lifted. It's like a warm embrace holding you close and telling you that it's not your fault It's the world. There's a reason doing your fly up feels so strange, and it's not because you're stupid. It's because it was designed for someone to grab it from the right, not the left. And there's a reason that you gave up on learning the guitar so quick, and it's partially because it's meant for right-handed people, but also because you suck at committing to hobbies and you really need to work on that. As a lefty, I think there's just a general sense of displacement amongst the world, whether you realize it and attribute it to being left-handed or not, because there's just so many things that are designed to subtly not work in your favor. For the longest time, I didn't even realize that I had been forcing myself to use a keyboard and mouse the right-handed way, that by the time we tried switching it to be left-handed, that felt really unnatural and out of place. Plus, now I can type, take notes, jerk off, high five someone with my dominant hand, all while scrolling efficiently. Some things I never adapted to. I hate scissors. I hate right-handed scissors. They almost never work, and even when I use my right hand, it's like they can sense that I'm left-handed, so they still don't work, and they hate me. They hate me for who I am, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's humiliating needing to ask for help to cut something, and you know that you should be able to do this by now, but you can't. And the scissors just look at you like they hate you, like they like seeing you uncomfortable, like they like the fact that you're humiliated. And maybe you like it too? What? Just kidding. I keep making jokes about like stuff like that, and bro, the allegations are piling against me, bro. I remember a long time ago making paper snowflakes with my Sunday school, and it was supposed to be a special craft, but I was really fighting for my life as I tried to cut through the paper that had been folded over multiple times with craft scissors. And no one ever has left-handed craft scissors, but my paper snowflake turned out perfectly fine, and sure, maybe it was a little rough around the edges, but I persevered, and I think that is a message to all left-handed people, that just because it doesn't come as easy because of our circumstances does not mean that you cannot do anything that a right-handed person can. It just takes perseverance and commitment. The day I received left-handed scissors for the first time, it was like the thing I'd been struggling with my whole adolescence was just lifted away from me. I could cut through anything with ease. The weight of not being able to do a basic task that everyone else could do, now I could finally do it as well. And when they tried to use the left-handed scissors, now they looked stupid. Take that. I'm forever grateful. Honestly, I don't know if this is just a me problem or not, but I actually still struggle to cut things, even with left-handed scissors. And yes, I never went to kindergarten, but I don't think it has to do with that. I think it's because the difference between left-handed and right-handed scissors is the top blade that pushes down on right-handed scissors is on the right side. And for left-handed scissors, it's on the left side. But when you're using left-handed scissors, the left-handed, you can't really see where you're cutting as easily because I'm used to right-handed scissors. So when you're using left-handed on the wrong side, this is not going to make any sense. I just am saying words now. It's just, I still struggle even with left-handed scissors. It's hard to tell where you're cutting. It's hard to cut straight with left-handed scissors. Maybe that's a reflection of something? Huh? I wish I could explain better because this is just making me sound incompetent with scissors. I swear I can cut shapes out. It just takes a little bit of effort to get there. I think what it boils down to is left-handed people being forced to change their natural instinct and their wiring to fit into a society, a world that was built for someone else, someone right-handed. It's not fair. I don't like it, but we've got smaller numbers, and because of that, for all of the companies, it is more profitable to make something for a wider range of people, which forces us to the sidelines, and we just have to adapt to those products. Think about our big inspirations. Ned Flanders. He changed the world one step at a time with that shop, and I believe that we can do the same thing. Guys, it's gonna start small, but we will rise up, and I'm sure of it. My great uncle, he had his hands tied behind his back in school. so that he would be forced to use his right hand, dude. That is sick and twisted. Let us be who we are. We have a lot of things stacked against us, but we also have some things, maybe just a few, stacked towards us. Yeah, maybe we get PTSD more often, but think about the other guy, because it turns out apparently left-handed people are better in fights. You righties think you're so great? You have no idea. We have to work twice as hard as you, and that doesn't make us worse. It just means we're more skilled than you. We're working muscles you didn't even know you had. That left hand of yours, bet you didn't even notice it. Bet you want to cut it off, since you hate left-handed people so much, don't you? Yeah, I bet you're scared of it. Scared it's gonna take over, dominate your whole body, force you to become what you fear most. You're intimidated by us because we're just so much more ambidextrous than you. You might not burn us at the stake anymore, but we will burn you at the stake. You know, one day we're gonna rise up and change everything. But what you don't know is that day is already here. Yeah, we're just working underneath the surface. You just can't see us yet, but there's change, and it's coming, and it's gonna get you. You better hold those right-handed mugs close to your heart, because soon there won't be any. Soon you're gonna have to cut things awkwardly, and everyone's gonna make fun of you for it. You'll have to sit awkwardly at those note-taking desks, because they'll all be left-handed. We're standing up and we're taking our place. You've oppressed us for years, called us names, ridiculed us, associated us with the devil, said we're witches. For what? Writing with our left hand? You've hit us in schools, tied our hands behind our backs, just because we don't fit into your society. Not anymore. Like and subscribe!
Honestly, I just keep falling into the same trap of being an idiot and sucking, so honestly, what really can you do?
It's because I'm left-handed, dude. I'm sorry.
But let me just say this. Before you die, let me just say this. And let me just say this as well. But let me just say this. Chelsea Smile, and instead of Heath Ledger dying, why don't you replace his death? But I'm gonna say this.
No, I'm such an idiot. I'm such a loser and an idiot. I suck so much because I'm left-handed.